let's talk about Pat, bro. PM Tenore.
Yeah.
Which I got this wonderful hat right here
Yes,
from Mason Pilar, who's connected with Landon McNamara.
Okay.
Who is sponsored by Tenore.
Yeah.
I know that Sir Pat, he's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's engulfed in culture, surfing, music, and whatnot, boxing.
Yeah.
Right. Who is he to you?
He's one of my best friends now. You know, like he's one of my best friends. I actually can call him like that. That's family. It started off as a, sponsorship. The PM. He's always for years always has supported what I've done. Before they even signed me to the first company, Ruka. But he's always been a supporter of mine and really loved what I did. And then over time, because we always finish camps out there, right? Because my boys, we leave next week Saturday to finish out camps because they're fighting in a couple weeks. But so we always finish camp, and when we do camp with PM. So we live in his house and everything, but we just became tight, me and my brother, and like me and him, we were always around people that just yes men around us. Yeah. With me and him, we talk like brothers, like he can tell me without me getting upset. I talk to him too like a brother too, but yeah, that's my brother, and he's 100% there for me, and he's part of the reason why the Nito Boxing business is where it's at right now.
Wow, so he's like a mentor,
100%,
but also like a brother.
Oh, a brother.
And he probably treats you like a peer.
Oh, 100%.
Which to me is super respectable, and I've been watching some things on him as well, and I feel like at some point I want to meet him. Yeah. Because he's the type of dude that he's worked super hard to get to where he's at, but he's also helping the like-minded people that actually have talents, kind of helped him find their path a little bit more, right?
You meet him, you know why he's a fucking genius. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know if we can curse on here.
No, you can 100% curse on here, dog.
But no, he's a fucking genius, man. Like you talk with him, you talk to him for 10 minutes, you know why he's so successful. Because the way he thinks is just out of the box. And the way he puts things together, like even designing gyms. Like so he's designed all my gyms. He's designed all my merch. And everything is strategic. It's not just like, oh, put it here, put it there. It's like everything is down to a science, and you get to think like, oh wow, this is why he's so successful. You know what I mean? Like everything is attention to detail.
He's a zoomed out perspective.
100%, yeah. Things that would just go over our head, it doesn't go over his. Like he's real meticulous of what he does.
And he built Ruka. Yes. And sold it to Billabong, and now he's doing this brand based off of all the respect that he's had over the years, and I see this brand taking off now. Yeah, bruh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So take me through a day in the life of Carlos Tangaro, because now you are a father of a beautiful baby boy. Yeah, what's your life like now?
Shit, I get up, be dad. Well, get up. My girl wants to, me and her got our own routines. Like she loves to work out. She does the heated and Haliva. That's her thing. Oh, yeah, she's really into
heated
that.
Yoga kind.
Yeah. So she's into that, and she's actually a nutritionist as well. Okay. So we bounce off because she has to have her time to herself too, as well as to work out. So depending on whose day to work out that day, so she'll go. I'll watch the baby, and then she come home, watch the baby, then I go. And then I come back, I'm dad for a couple more hours, then I take my son with me to the gym to train the boys.
And what? He likes it. He likes what he sees.
He loves the gym.
He's in the blood.
Yeah, he loves the gym.
That's crazy. So what kind of father are you going to be to this boy, man?
I don't want to, of course, as a dad, you always don't want your kids to go through what you went through. I just want him. He got to fight. It's just in me. But yeah. I look at it like whether he wants to take it as a career or not, that's up to him. But when he's growing up, he has to learn, and he will compete. I'm not going to force him to make it a career out of it or whatever, but he has to compete just for him to be able to protect himself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because growing up in Hawaii, you gotta be ready to scrap.
Automatic. Yeah. So now you live in Townside, huh?
I live in Mililani right now.
Oh, Mills. Yeah. How's that different from where you grew up, bro? Bro, way different. People is different, and just the air. Yeah. You know what I mean? Cold, huh?
Yeah, cold, very cold. But I love it. I've been living in Mililani for the past 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I stay up in Waihewa, so I'm
nice.
up in the heights.
Yeah.
You guys get to like 50, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Up there.
Yep.
And you
No
I'm from
fan.
Mahalo, so
Yeah.
that's perfect, dog. Nice. So, you know, you got your family. You seem to be pretty happy and content. I feel like you don't carry anger around with you.
Not anymore.
You know?
Not anymore. But it's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, it can come out.
Yeah.
When it comes to protecting your family.
I just, you know, I'm not perfect, you know?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Okay, so let's talk Asa real quick. This guy is doing amazing things, brah. And he's, you know, win after win after win. And what do you see in Asa's future?
He's definitely should be in a year or two. Definitely, if he's not fighting for a world title yet, he'd be right there. He's right there. He's that talented. He's actually living in Vegas now. Yeah, he's living in Vegas now. You know, him and his family moved out there, but we still in contact every day. You know, I'll be in his corner for his next fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So who does he train with when you're not?
So he's got a good coach, Augie Sanchez, which is a good professional fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in good hands out there, but we still contact every day. You know, I'm still with him.
And now you're working on a bunch of other young lions as well.
Well, I still have Dallas Calliope here, who's a KO artist. You know, and he's also signed with Golden Boy. He's got, you know, he's lined up to fight at least 4 or 5 times this year. And then my kid KJ YLI.
Okay.
KJ YLI. I can't announce who he's gonna sign with, but the next couple of days, everybody will see. He got big things coming up too in the next couple of days. So it's everybody one after another.
So is that the goal for you as a trainer of these young men? For them to get signed by big promotions, you're still the main trainer, cornering them, training them day-to-day basis. Yeah. But then these big promotions like Golden Boy, now you're going to be fighting, you know, in their system on their prelims, eventually trying to get to the main card. Yeah. That's where the money comes.
That's where the money's at. So that's always the goal if you want to have a career in boxing. So, and the best way and the safest way to get there is to win national titles. So when you win a national title, that puts the scouts' eyes on you, and there's no other way around it because anybody can turn pro.
Yeah.
But to try to be successful, and you need to have a big backing, like a Golden Boy, like a Pro Box TV, like Top Rank, you know, PBC. These big companies, and that's who you want to be a part of. That's who you want to be signed, because you have they'll have a plan for you. And the only way to get that is to be best in the country, national titles. That's what they look for. So that's always for when you got to take these kids and be like, what you want to do with this? You want to take it far? Yes. So you got to try to get them to win national titles. And you win the national title, that's when you get recognized, and that's how you get all these promoters to try and sign you.
Sounds like a lot, man.
It is a lot.
And it's also cutthroat.
Yes.
And
a lot of money, you know, invested into your fighters. Like everything that we do, we fly all over the place, all over the country to fight, and that's all out of pocket. I don't fundraise, I don't do nothing. I come out of my pocket.
So you need a lot of sponsors that trust in your
you need a lot of sponsors, but I only have one, Tenori.
Oh, yeah. Well, if it's anybody, that's an amazing.
Oh, and I take that back. And Black Sand Capital, BJ Kobayashi, he's been a real supporter of what I do, and he's been backing me too.
Well. Oh, that's the builders.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, BJ
Black
Kobayashi.
Sand.
So shout out to BJ Kobayashi, because that guy too, he believes in our system, and you know, he's backing us too.
Wow. Okay, so tell me this, for these young guys, what's the most difficult part of trying to make a career in boxing?
Life, everyday life. You know, because it's one thing to be in the gym getting ready for a fight, but it's when you're at home. You know, there's pressures of home. You know, just depending on what your support system look like. You know what I mean? That's the hard thing. And even just trying to the streets. You know, you're still young. They're still young. They don't know, you know, it's hard to navigate.
And their friends, who's around you,
100%.
Your parents saying, you're not making any money. Go get a real job.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what you got to face.
Damn. I feel like everyone that's successful at a very high level went through that at some point and had to persevere through that.
Oh, yeah. My grandma was like that to me. My grandma was real hard on me.
The old school, huh?
Yeah, I used to live on her couch, and I remember every day she was just like, you know, you got to do something. But I knew, man, I knew. I'm sorry to veer away from the story, but I always knew, man. I don't know what it was. So I would have like epiphanies. I would have epiphanies in my on the couch, and I would have epiphanies and just seeing what my life was gonna be like. Because my grandma would always be like, and I didn't have no money, I didn't have nothing for me, I didn't have a car, I didn't have nothing, I didn't have a job, and you know. But I always knew my life was bigger. Something was going to happen. And I knew that nobody could steer me away from that. So, I don't know. I just always knew I'll be here, you know.
I love to hear that kind of stories, bro. So you had a vision a long time ago, and you just worked your ass off to get to where you at.
Yeah.
And now everybody's like, oh, this guy all successful. No, probably.
No, yeah, bro. It was hard, bro. A lot of tears, a lot of, you know, people laughing. Because I had this vision and, you know, nobody going to believe him, you know. I mean, let's keep it real. Before I came on the scene, there was no money for a coach. You know, there was no career for this. Nobody was doing, you know, making careers out of being a boxing coach. Nobody was. Now, let's be honest. After I came on, this is, you know, I showed that we could do this. I showed that we could make it some business. And you see a lot of them coming up, you know, and respect to a lot of everybody that doing it, you know. I got respect for everybody. But before myself, nobody was trying to make this a career. Boxing coach. Who the fuck is being a boxing coach? You know what I mean?
It was all passion.
Yeah. You had to, you got to do this for free, you know. No, but there was no financial gain from this, you know. But I've showed that we could do that.
That's amazing, and you're an inspiration to me. Do you think that you know, the explosion of like jiu-jitsu, the competitions, and just, you know, combat sports in general, it all helps the prize fighting ecosystem?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
They do good. It brings more light to this, and then before you know it, you're like, you know, Hawaii, we breeding world champions, and we've been doing that.
Yeah, I think, bruh, when I was fighting, we'd go up and fight in these tournaments, and they were like, "Oh, we fighting for somebody from Hawaii." They would just roll their eyes. Now they're scared to fight us from Hawaii. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of talent. Not only my gym. Look, my brother got a big amateur program. You know, HR Boxing, and a bunch of other gyms that are just winning national titles now. You know,
HR Boxing. That's in Waianae.
Yeah, that's in Waianae. That's my brother.
Oh, because you guys gotta have sparring.
Me and my brother back when but we actually work together. So now, so my brother has a kids program. I don't have kids anymore. You know, I just train elite, you know, older guys. So my brother is actually like my right-hand man. Like I have my coaches, my team, you know, Anu, Jesse, Coach Mike too. So we got a good team. But my brother's like my second pair of eyes. And he's always been in the corner with all the boys with me. Yeah.
So he's kind of like, it's like when Chicken Farm, right? He breeding all the bedders.
We get
the ones that don't make them, then he send the rest.
Now we do them together. We do them together.
So I gotta say that though, working with your brother, working with my brother is probably one of the most fulfilling parts of doing this project.
Hell yeah!
And look at you now. You and your brother get to work together too.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
My brother's actually opening his first gym.
Okay.
Right. And it's right next to mine.
Bro.
Yeah.
Waipahu. Oh, major. Yeah. Shoot, bro. Hey, I love to hear success stories like that.
I think I'm more happy for my brother than he is. Because I truly love my brother. Like, me and my brother, we've been through a lot together. And ain't nobody I want to see make it than, you know, my brother. You know how people might say stuff like that, but, you know, feel differently. I actually know that make me so happy because my brother for years watched me, you know, do what I've done, and he's always been supportive and everything. Not envy, never one thing. And that's the same thing the way I feel about my brother. And all my fighters call my brother coach too, so my brother's like right there with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, my brother is like that for me too, because I in my own way hit rock bottom as well a little over a year ago, and you know I was, you know, doing all kind of stuff I shouldn't have been doing, and felt like I was at my lowest, and then he's actually the one that kind of brought me out of that with this project. He said, get in front of the camera, talk about wine, because that's what you do. And then it turned into me being able to interview amazing people like you.
Thank you, brother.